What if 6 everyday plant-based proteins could do more than just replace meat? What if they could actually help lower your blood sugar, repair damaged nerves, strengthen your heart, support your kidneys, and even reverse insulin resistance naturally, without spiking glucose? In this video, we're revealing the top 6 most powerful plant proteins for diabetics. One that's so rich in magnesium, it rewires your metabolism. One that contains all 9 amino acids plus anti-inflammatory omega-3s. And one that ancient healers use to strengthen the blood and improve fertility. And stay with me, because by the end, you'll get a powerful surprise protein that most people overlook, but could transform your diabetic health from the inside out. First on list, peanuts. Peanuts may look like simple snacks, but for diabetics, they're one of the most underrated plant-based protein powerhouses hiding in plain sight. Despite being technically legumes, not tree nuts, peanuts provide a unique blend of protein, fiber, and healthy fats that work in harmony to support stable blood sugar levels, repair damaged nerves, and even improve insulin sensitivity. With a low glycemic index of just 14, peanuts cause a very minimal rise in blood glucose when eaten in moderate portions, making them an ideal protein-rich food for both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. What makes them even more remarkable is their macronutrient profile. A 1-ounce serving of dry roasted peanuts delivers around 7 grams of protein, 2.4 grams of fiber, and 14 grams of fat, most of which is monounsaturated, the same heart-healthy type found in olive oil. That small handful also provides 19% of your daily value, DV for niacin, 12% for folate, 11% for magnesium, and 9% for vitamin E, all of which are crucial for diabetic nerve repair, circulation, and glucose metabolism. Peanuts are also rich in resveratrol and p-coumaric acid, 2 polyphenols shown in research to reduce inflammation and improve insulin signaling in muscle and liver cells. In fact, one study found that people with type 2 diabetes who included peanuts in their daily meals experienced a 9% improvement in fasting blood sugar and better post-meal glucose control over 12 weeks. These tiny legumes also contain arginine, an amino acid that boosts nitric oxide production and may help improve blood flow, an essential benefit for diabetics dealing with erectile dysfunction, poor wound healing, or kidney damage. The combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fat slows gastric emptying, which means peanuts not only help reduce appetite and support weight loss, but also blunt post-meal blood sugar spikes, a major win for anyone trying to stabilize A1C levels. A common myth is that peanuts are too fatty or salty to be healthy, but that's only true when they're deep-fried, sugar-coated, or heavily salted. Choose dry, roasted, or raw peanuts with no added oils or flavors. For best results, limit intake to 1 ounce, about 28 peanuts at a time. That's enough to enjoy the full benefits without adding excess calories. Here's a simple diabetic-friendly recipe. Mix 1 tablespoon of unsweetened peanut butter into a bowl of plain Greek yogurt, add a sprinkle of chia seeds, and top it with a few sliced strawberries. It's creamy, satisfying, and keeps blood sugar steady for hours. Did you know? Peanuts are so stable in space that NASA includes them in astronauts' diets to support brain health and nutrient density during long missions, without refrigeration. If you're tired of protein bars filled with artificial ingredients, try a handful of peanuts instead. Your nerves, blood sugar, and heart will thank you. Now let's move on to a surprising protein-rich legume that's as versatile as it is healing: chickpeas. Second on list, chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, are far more than just salad fillers or hummus ingredients. For diabetics, they're a slow-digesting, fiber-packed plant-based protein that not only helps stabilize blood sugar, but also supports nerve, heart, and digestive healing from the inside out. With a glycemic index ranging between 28 and 33 and a low glycemic load of around 10 per 1/2 cup cooked, chickpeas digest slowly and release glucose at a steady pace. That means they don't trigger sharp blood sugar spikes or crashes, making them ideal for managing both fasting and post-meal glucose. What sets chickpeas apart is their perfect protein-fiber combination. Just 1/2 cup of cooked chickpeas gives you 7 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber, and 22 grams of carbohydrates, most of which are complex starches that act like prebiotics, feeding your gut and protecting your metabolism. From a nutrient standpoint, that same half cup also delivers 22% of your daily value for manganese, 13% for folate, 12% for iron, 11% for phosphorus, 10% for copper, 8% for magnesium, and about 7% for zinc. These are the exact nutrients that diabetics tend to lose faster through urination or inflammation. Manganese and folate support nerve repair and blood vessel health. Magnesium and phosphorus aid insulin action. And zinc strengthens immune defense and may even help regenerate pancreatic beta cells over time. Chickpeas also provide natural plant compounds like saponins and phytoestrogens, which can help balance hormones and protect against diabetes-linked cancers, especially breast and colon cancer in women over 40. And the science backs it up. In one research study, participants with type 2 diabetes who added chickpeas to their meals for 6 weeks saw a 12% drop in fasting insulin, a 9% improvement in A1C, and significantly better blood sugar control after meals. That's not a small shift. That's the kind of improvement that helps reduce dependence on medication, support long-term nerve health, and ease diabetic fatigue from the root. Did you know? Chickpeas are one of the world's oldest cultivated crops, dating back over 7,000 years, and were used in ancient Middle Eastern medicine to warm the blood and calm the gut. There's a myth that chickpeas are too starchy for diabetics, but that only applies when they're deep-fried or eaten in excess. When portioned correctly and paired with healthy fat or protein, chickpeas become blood sugar stabilizers. The best serving? Stick with 1/2 cup cooked chickpeas, around 125 grams, in a balanced meal. Here's a healing diabetic-friendly recipe. Blend 1/2 cup chickpeas with lemon juice, garlic, olive oil, tahini, and cumin for a creamy, blood sugar-friendly hummus. Serve with raw cucumber, celery, or bell pepper strips. Now get ready, because up next is one of the richest plant proteins on the planet, tiny, nutty-tasting hemp seeds. And what they do for diabetic inflammation and immunity might just surprise you. Third on list, hemp seeds. Tiny but mighty, hemp seeds are one of the most complete plant-based proteins available. And for diabetics, they offer a healing combination of protein, omega-3 fats, and anti-inflammatory nutrients that can protect the heart, nerves, kidneys, and even improve insulin sensitivity. Despite their size, these seeds deliver big results. A 3-tablespoon, 30-gram, serving of hemp seeds contains 10 grams of protein, 14 grams of healthy fats, and only 2 grams of carbohydrates with 1 gram of fiber. Their glycemic index is effectively 0, and their glycemic load is negligible, making them one of the safest high-protein foods for stabilizing blood sugar levels. And unlike many plant proteins, hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them a rare, complete protein in the plant kingdom. But the magic of hemp seeds doesn't stop at protein. That same 3-tablespoon serving provides an impressive 100% of your daily value for manganese, 45% for magnesium, 30% for phosphorus, 22% for zinc, 15% for iron, and 11% for thiamine, vitamin B1. These nutrients directly support diabetic complications. Magnesium and zinc improve insulin signaling and help protect pancreatic function. Manganese and thiamine help repair damaged nerves and improve carbohydrate metabolism. Iron and phosphorus enhance energy production and oxygen flow, which is often impaired in diabetics with poor circulation. What's especially powerful about hemp seeds is their ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, about 3:1, which is considered optimal for reducing inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a hidden driver of insulin resistance, diabetic neuropathy, kidney disease, and even heart failure. Hemp seeds offer a natural way to lower systemic inflammation without relying on synthetic supplements. Research has shown that diets rich in omega-3s like those found in hemp seeds can help reduce A1C by up to 7%, improve cholesterol profiles, and ease diabetic nerve pain over time. A common myth is that hemp seeds will make you high or interfere with medication. The truth is, hemp seeds contain no THC, the psychoactive compound found in marijuana, and are completely safe and legal for daily use. They won't affect your mind, but they may just change your metabolic health. Here's a blood sugar-friendly way to enjoy them. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of raw hemp seeds over a bowl of overnight oats made with almond milk, chia seeds, and a few berries. It's creamy, crunchy, filling, and diabetic safe. Here's something fascinating. Hemp seeds were once used in ancient Chinese medicine to relieve fatigue, nourish the kidneys, and strengthen the blood, long before we understood their nutritional science. By the way, I'd love to know, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below. It's always inspiring to see how far this diabetes healthcare community reaches around the world. Now let's keep going, because the next plant protein might just be the one missing from your routine. Fourth on list, tempeh. Tempeh may not be as well known in Western kitchens, but for diabetics seeking powerful plant-based proteins, it deserves a front row seat. Originating from Indonesia, tempeh is made by fermenting whole soybeans into a dense, cake-like block, and it delivers a rare blend of complete protein, probiotics, and anti-inflammatory nutrients. Just 3 ounces, about 85 grams, of tempeh offers an impressive 16 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbohydrates, and 1.5 grams of fiber, with a very low glycemic index of approximately 15. That means it digests slowly, helps prevent glucose spikes, and keeps blood sugar stable for hours, especially when paired with vegetables or healthy fats. Tempeh is a nutritional powerhouse tailored for diabetic healing. In just one serving, you get about 30% of your daily value for protein, 18% for iron, 15% for calcium, 12% for magnesium, and smaller amounts of potassium, zinc, and B vitamins. What makes tempeh especially unique is its fermentation process. This enhances the bioavailability of minerals like calcium and zinc and populates the gut with natural probiotics that improve digestion, insulin sensitivity, and even inflammation control. For diabetics who struggle with bloating, poor nutrient absorption, or antibiotic-related gut issues, Tempeh offers a natural food-based remedy. Tempeh also contains isoflavones, natural plant estrogens that support hormone balance and may protect against certain diabetes-linked cancers and bone loss, particularly in women over 45. One research-backed benefit? In a 12-week study, people with insulin resistance who consumed fermented soy products like tempeh saw a 10% improvement in fasting glucose, reduced inflammatory markers like CRP, and improvements in insulin function and cholesterol levels. That means better metabolic control, fewer blood sugar crashes, and long-term protection against heart disease. A common complication in diabetes. A common myth is that soy products like tempeh are harmful for men or disrupt hormones. But that's outdated and not supported by current science. Fermented soy like tempeh actually supports hormonal balance in both men and women and may improve blood vessel elasticity, lower LDL cholesterol, and reduce triglycerides, all of which matter for diabetic heart health. Here's a simple recipe idea. Slice tempeh into strips, marinate it with apple cider vinegar, garlic, and a pinch of turmeric, then pan-sear until golden. Add to a bowl with sautéed spinach, quinoa, and a drizzle of tahini for a complete blood sugar-friendly meal. Here's something you may not know. Tempeh is one of the only plant-based foods that naturally contains vitamin B12, a critical nutrient for diabetics at risk of neuropathy and nerve degeneration. Now let's move on to a high-protein grain with a fluffy texture and a secret healing power for blood sugar, digestion, and insulin, quinoa. Fifth on list, quinoa. Quinoa isn't just a trendy superfood, it's a complete plant protein with a glycemic profile and nutritional density perfectly suited for diabetics. Unlike white rice or starchy grains that spike blood sugar, quinoa has a glycemic index of around 53 and a moderate glycemic load of 13 per 1/2 cup cooked, making it one of the few whole grains that actually support stable glucose levels. What sets quinoa apart is that it contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a rare complete protein among grains. Just 1 cup of cooked quinoa provides 8 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, and 39 grams of complex carbohydrates that digest slowly and feed beneficial gut bacteria. crucial for regulating inflammation and insulin function. Nutritionally, quinoa delivers a powerhouse blend of micronutrients. One cup offers approximately 58% of your daily value for manganese, 30% for magnesium, 28% for phosphorus, 19% for folate, 15% for iron, and 13% for zinc. These nutrients work together to improve insulin receptor sensitivity, repair nerve damage, support healthy red blood cell production, and protect the kidneys from oxidative stress. Magnesium, in particular, is a game changer for diabetics. It helps regulate over 300 enzymatic processes, including those tied to glucose transport and insulin signaling. Many people with type 2 diabetes are deficient in magnesium, which can worsen blood sugar control and increase complications. Quinoa helps fill that gap naturally. Research shows that replacing refined carbs with quinoa can significantly lower post-meal glucose levels. In one study, participants who swapped white rice for quinoa at dinner experienced up to a 20% reduction in postprandial blood sugar, along with improved satiety and lower insulin demand. That's not just a short-term benefit, it translates into better long-term A1C control and reduced inflammation over time. There's a common myth that quinoa is just another carb and should be avoided by diabetics, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Unlike processed grains, quinoa's fiber, protein, and antioxidant content works synergistically to blunt glucose spikes and improve overall metabolic health. The key is portion control. Half to 1 cup cooked is ideal for most diabetic-friendly meals. Here's a quick healing meal idea. Combine 1/2 cup cooked quinoa with black beans, cherry tomatoes, diced avocado, lime juice, and chopped cilantro for a high-fiber, anti-inflammatory lunch bowl that supports blood sugar and gut health. What most people don't realize is that quinoa isn't technically a grain. It's a seed related to spinach and beets, and was once called the mother of all grains by ancient Incan warriors who used it for strength and stamina. Now let's wrap up with a fresh, green plant protein that's not only rich in amino acids but also helps repair blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Edamame, nature's answer to diabetic-safe snacking. Sixth on list, edamame, young green soybeans harvested before maturity, are one of the most blood sugar-friendly snacks a diabetic can eat. Naturally low in carbohydrates and high in fiber, edamame offer the perfect balance of plant-based protein, antioxidants, and metabolic supportive nutrients. With a glycemic index of just 15 and an exceptionally low glycemic load, they release glucose into the bloodstream slowly and steadily, helping to avoid post-meal spikes and late-day crashes. Just 1 cup of cooked edamame, about 155 grams, delivers 18 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, and only 13 grams of total carbohydrates, making it a superior alternative to chips, crackers, or even starchy beans for diabetics trying to manage both appetite and A1C levels. Nutritionally, edamame are packed with critical micronutrients that diabetics often need more of. That same 1 cup serving provides 52% of your daily value for folate, 30% for vitamin K, 20% for iron, 17% for magnesium, 16% for phosphorus, and 13% for vitamin C. These nutrients work on multiple fronts. Folate and vitamin K support blood vessel repair and clotting. Magnesium helps regulate insulin sensitivity and blood pressure, while iron and phosphorus promote cellular energy and tissue oxygenation, key for fighting off diabetic fatigue. Edamame also provides small but valuable amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, which can help reduce inflammation, protect the kidneys, and improve lipid profiles over time. The real magic of edamame lies in its naturally occurring isoflavones, plant compounds that mimic the effect of estrogen and have been shown to reduce oxidative stress, protect pancreatic cells, and lower insulin resistance. In one clinical study, people who consumed soy protein regularly, including edamame, saw up to a 16% reduction in fasting insulin levels, better cholesterol ratios, and improvements in CRPC reactive protein, a marker of chronic inflammation commonly elevated in diabetes. Did you know? In ancient Japan, edamame was called beans on a branch and served during festivals as a symbol of long life, fertility, and strength. Now backed by science and diabetic care, One persistent myth is that soy disrupts hormones or worsens blood sugar, but high-quality, non-GMO, whole-form soy like edamame is not only safe, it's medicinal when eaten in moderation. It doesn't spike blood sugar, it doesn't promote weight gain, and it's one of the few snacks that support both cardiovascular and hormonal balance at the same time. Here's a healing, diabetic-safe way to enjoy them. Steam 1 cup of edamame in the pod, sprinkle with sea salt, lemon zest, and a dash of black pepper. They're filling, satisfying, and perfect for preventing mid-afternoon or late-night blood sugar dips. Final thought. When it comes to managing diabetes with food, protein matters, but not just any protein. These 6 plant-based options, peanuts, chickpeas, hemp seeds, tempeh, quinoa, and edamame, are more than meat alternatives. They're anti-inflammatory, blood sugar stabilizing, and rich in the exact nutrients diabetics need to heal their metabolism, protect their nerves, strengthen their hearts, and support kidney and gut function. Whether you add them to salads, bowls, snacks, or warm meals, just one serving a day can make a noticeable difference in your blood sugar and energy levels. If this video helped you understand plant-based proteins better, like the video, subscribe for more science-backed diabetic nutrition tips, and let us know in the comments. Which of these 6 proteins do you already eat, and which one are you most excited to try? Stay empowered and stay healthy.